welcome back. Many of us haven't seen any relatives in a long time. For some, it's been since COVID, which is almost 2 years. So how do you get together over the holidays, learn a new normal, and still get along? Licensed marriage and family therapist Kevin Peterson joins us live to talk about ways to cope. Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning, Eddie. How are you, my friend?
Doing good, doing good. You know, I'm going to listen to this interview as I ask you some questions because I'm about to see my family. So first question right here is there a way to ease into family gatherings this season? And can you comfortably have a don't go there zone?
Absolutely. I think the most important thing to do is be proactive. You know, everybody likes to communicate on all the different texts or whatever ahead of time and just say, hey, let's just set some ground rules. Let's say no gossip, no religion, no politics. That's just an idea, you know?
Are there any other ways that you can make it more stress-free for everyone, including like the host and hostess? Because it's not just about the visitors, it's about the people who are actually hosting also.
Absolutely. I think it's important for the hosts and hostess to delegate, you know, the responsibilities so that everybody gets to feel like they're a part of the team. And it allows everybody to like bring a dish that reminds them of their childhood or their Thanksgivings. And I think it also that takes a lot of the pressure off the host and hostess and saying, hey, you know, everyone's going to have a little something to do here. Everyone gets to be included. And that way we're not on the entire time.
And I'm sure, like my family, everybody has that uncle who is outspoken. I'm not going to say his name here, but how do you comfortably shut down someone who throws a curveball and creates tension?
Well, you know, I think the most important thing is to be polite and kind and gentle, but also have good boundaries and just remind them, say, hey, you know, remember, we decided we're not going to have this conversation. We decided ahead of time that we're going to be some ground rules. And, you know, the other thing, too, is don't put a lot of stress on the situation. And sometimes if people are going to do what they're going to do, sometimes you just got to let them have their moment and then don't react and it'll just pass by.
Now, we are heading into Thanksgiving, and I know a lot of families ask, you know, what are you thankful for? Do certain things like icebreakers like that kind of work in this kind of setting?
Yeah, you know what I always like to do is I like to say, you know, what are you thankful for? But I also like to say, what's a memory that you have about your Thanksgiving of your past or your family system or where you came from? Because, you know, everybody comes from a different place and has a different situation. And so you really get a chance to hear different Thanksgiving stories from everyone from all over the place. And that makes it really interesting.
All right, Kevin, and before we let you go, I just want to ask, for people who maybe didn't catch this interview and may be looking for ways that they can, you know, get through these family gatherings, is there a place they can go to find some of this information out?
Oh, goodness, yes, absolutely. I would say you can go to my website, chronichope.us. We talk about setting boundaries and family systems and family gatherings all the time.
All right, Kevin, always a pleasure. Have yourself a happy holidays. Thank you so much.
Okay, you too.